Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. We have a hell of a show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome ringside. My name is Sean. Welcome ringside to Monday Night Raw. And we're taking off the COO, Triple H, who's here live on Monday Night Raw. Toronto, welcome to Monday Night Raw live on Netflix. There's a feeling in the air tonight, a shift, a change. And trust me when I tell you it's been a long time coming. For years, we watched Raw and SmackDown compete, draft, decide, and rebuild. But as tonight, the era of WWE, the era is officially over. The brand split is done. One roster, one vision, one WWE, and with that new era comes opportunity. Because in 4 weeks, live from Paris, France, at Saturday night's main event, we're going to determine the next challenger for the World Heavyweight Championship, currently held by the visionary, the revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins. And we're going to do it with one of the most stacked tournaments in WWE history. Your competitors include Gunther, AJ Styles, LA Knight, yeah, Jey Uso, Kenny Omega, CM Punk, Finn Balor, and a few surprises from NXT, including Obafemi and Ethan Page. But that's not all, because in Paris, Becky Lynch will defend her Women's World Championship. And this Friday on SmackDown, live from New York City, we will find out. We're holding an 8-man battle royal, 8-woman battle royal, and the winner will go on to face Becky Lynch at Saturday night's main event for the Women's World Championship. The new era doesn't stop there. For the first time ever, we will crown both the NXT Women's Championship and the NXT Men's Championship on the same night. The future is stepping up, and trust me, they're hungry. And speaking of hungry, we're going to kick off the new unfiltered, unified era of Raw the only way we know how. Round 1 of the tournament begins right now. 2 men with history. 2 former brothers in arms. It's AJ Styles versus Finn Balor live to start off Monday Night to start off Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to kick off Raw. The brand split is no more. What a night we have in store for you tonight, live in Toronto, Canada, on Monday Night Raw. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for round 1 of the tournament.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles in this tournament. To the tournament will face the visionary Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship in just 4 weeks, live from Paris, France, at Saturday night's main event. And we'll kick things off with the first round tournament between AJ Styles and the Judgment Day's very own, the Judgment Day Zone, Finn Balor, live on Raw, here tonight. Now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Balor Club is alive here tonight. Raw. The Judgment Day are here tonight in action. Here comes Finn Balor, who's looking to become, going to take on something to Rollins and go on to start that main event to become the World Heavyweight Champion once again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor looking to do what he wants tonight. Balor, the former World Heavyweight Champion, the former Universal Champion, Finn Balor, who lost it because to vacate the title because of Seth Rollins, who attacked it and gave him a buckle bomb in the corner of the ring apron, corner on the ringside barriers. But tonight, Finn Balor has an opportunity to head back to the promised land and become the new World Heavyweight Champion, face Seth Rollins again. And this time, will he become champion? We have to see first. We said go through AJ Styles here tonight to decide who will be going to the next round of the tournament, which takes place this Friday on SmackDown. This Friday on SmackDown, with the winner of this match will face Gunther on SmackDown. Face Gunther on SmackDown here tonight. Gunther on SmackDown in round 2 of the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for action. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. One-on-one action here tonight. The winner will go on to Saturday night's main event and will face the visionary Seth freaking Rollins at Saturday night's main event. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Match is underway here. Our match is underway here in Toronto. Here we go. Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. One-on-one action here on Monday Night Raw. Live tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, sold out here on Netflix. You're watching live on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. This is Monday Night Raw. The crowd are up on their feet tonight for AJ Styles and Finn Balor. Live tonight on Monday Night Raw. Here we go. Balor, AJ Styles. Who wants it more? Who wants this opportunity? Who wants to go to Saturday night's main event and compete and take on Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship? We all know this Friday on SmackDown will decide who will face Gunther. Will be AJ Styles or will be Finn Balor with a final live here tonight. Live here now, ladies and gentlemen. But also tonight we'll see some surprising additions here on Monday Night Raw. Part of this tournament. But ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles versus Finn Balor live on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here we go, Balor, AJ Styles. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Balor, AJ Styles. What a match we're seeing here live on Monday Night Raw here on Netflix. Our first match of the night here, ladies and gentlemen. Streaming live on Netflix here in Toronto, Canada. At the Scotia Bank Arena, ladies and gentlemen. But as we know, this Friday on SmackDown, live in New York City, we will determine who will face the Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch, in a battle royal, in a 8-woman battle royal. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not here from the man, Becky Lynch, tonight. We're here for the champion later on tonight. We're here for the Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch, here on Raw later on tonight. We're here for the Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch, who will be alive later on tonight, here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. AJ Styles has made Finn Balor busted open. Balor has a busted open nose. Balor's nose is busted by the phenomenal AJ Styles. Here comes AJ through the ropes. AJ Styles, down goes Balor. AJ Styles and Finn Balor, what a match. This is live on Netflix here in Toronto, Canada. Well, here, ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor, AJ Styles, one-on-one action here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Live on Netflix here, ladies and gentlemen. Balor, in trouble with AJ Styles. Balor down by AJ. AJ over pin on AJ Styles. Will he go by them go to face Seth Rollins? Go round 2 to face Gunther on Friday night. But no, not what it was supposed to be tonight. But Balor, AJ Styles, and Finn Balor. One-on-one action here in Toronto on our first match of the night here in the Scotia Bank Arena. Live tonight in Toronto on Monday Night Raw, live on Netflix. Here we go. Balor has AJ in the corner. AJ's down in the corner. Balor takes advantage. Balor now. Is that it? 1, 2. Kick on 2 by the phenomenal one. AJ Styles, Finn Balor. What a match we're seeing here live in Toronto. in the Scotia Bank Arena. Sold out here, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday Night Raw. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, live on Raw. Here we go, big matchup here. Who's going to go to Saturday night's main event? Who's going to go over this Friday on SmackDown to face Gunther, to face the ring general Gunther? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Balor, AJ, and AJ to the advantage. Here's AJ Styles now. Styles takes advantage. Styles takes advantage of Balor. And now AJ Styles ready to call him up. Styles looking for it here. The Styles clash. The phenomenal forearm by AJ Styles. 1, 2, kick out 2 by Balor. And Balor again. Uh-oh. Taking the official out of the ring is Balor here. Don't know what he's thinking here. And Balor going to the outside. Wait a minute here. That's a steel chair in the ring. That's a steel chair here. And a headbutt to the face of AJ Styles with that chair. With that chair shot. The chair. And ladies and gentlemen, and Balor going up top is Finn. Coup de draw. The coup de draw. And he's not done. Now Balor bring back in the official. Now Balor bring back into the official, back into the ring here. The official back into the ring, and now going for the pin here. Now it's Balor on AJ after that brutal attack with a chair. 1, 2, kick on 2. At 2, and the referee, oh my God, there we go, look at this. Knockout punch, the ref is out. The ref is out cold by Finn Balor, who attacked the official. Down goes AJ again, and Balor with a palm away against Balor. Another coup de draw by Finn Balor, but the official's still down. The ref is still down here in Toronto, and it's not going to be a pin. Well, Balor thought that was it there. Was Finn by AJ Styles or the Finn Balor live on Monday Night Raw on Netflix here in Toronto. Who wants it more? Who wants to face Gunther? Who wants to go to Friday night and face Gunther in the tournament, in round 2 of the tournament? In the second match of the tournament, there's in the first round on SmackDown this Friday night. AJ Styles, Finn Balor, live on Monday Night Raw. Who wants it more? AJ Styles for the Finn Balor again. Balor, 1916 by Balor. And Balor. Here comes Finn. Little punt this away, Finn again. Balor to punt it away once again. Coup de draw once again of the AJ Styles to Styles here. And that's going to be it. 1, 2, no. Kick out 2 by AJ Styles. Kicks out at 2. And now here we go. AJ Styles with the Finn Balor. Here we go. Oh, look at this. Pop up. Styles. Clash. Is that it? Is AJ going to Friday night? Yes, he is. AJ Styles beats Balor. What a match to kick off Raw here in Toronto. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what a big matchup to kick off Raw. AJ Styles is the man that will go to Friday Night SmackDown to face Gunther. Face the ring general Gunther this Friday night on SmackDown. This Friday night, live on SmackDown. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's all about. It's all about, ladies and gentlemen, the round 1 of the tournament. AJ Styles has advanced to the second part of the tournament, advanced to the semifinals of round 1 here tonight in Toronto as he will go on to face Gunther this Friday night on SmackDown. With a winner, we'll go to round 2. We'll advance to round 2 of the tournament. Advance to round 2 of the tournament. And we'll find out as well who will be going to round 2 tonight. In some trouble and another match taking place tonight here on Monday Night Raw, here on Netflix. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Big matchup here. What a win for the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Live on Monday Night Raw. What a fight and what a match. We just are here live on Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find who will face Gunther, though, but we do already know that. We will see 2 tournaments to have another round 2 later will take place next week against Gunther, not this week. Well, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news first. Whoever wins later on tonight between LA Knight and Jey Uso will face AJ Styles this Friday on SmackDown. This Friday night on SmackDown, live in New York City. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw as some of the tag team action. And here comes the New Day. The crowd not excited for the New Day here tonight. They have a new attitude ever since losing the World Tag Team Championships. But the New Day are here in action with the Big E by their side tonight. Here on Monday Night Raw, the Big E turned his back on the WWE Universe. It seems like he did as he joined forces again with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods.
Contest is a tag team match scheduled for 1 fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Big E, and a combined weight of 417 pounds. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the New Day are here at tag team action. They're taking on a new team from SmackDown. A team that's from SmackDown who is now heading to Monday Night Raw tonight. The New Day take on a team. Take on a mystery tag team live next on Monday Night Raw, live on Netflix from Toronto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, who's our opponents going to be tonight? We don't see from SmackDown. Oh, wait a minute. The Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin are here on Monday Night Raw. Here on Raw tonight. Since we all know the brand split's done, anyone can appear on any show. I want to see the action now here on Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Motor City Machine Guns are looking to get an opportunity to compete tonight and face the New Day tonight. The tag team from SmackDown who held the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, who are now the Tag Team Championships are no longer on SmackDown. The SmackDown won, but the Raw World Tag Team Championships will be defended on SmackDown and Raw. Throughout the future, here, ladies and gentlemen, Kofi Kingston taking off the match with Chris Sabin of the Motor City Machine Guns right here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And the New Day. And here we go, the kick to the face by Alex Shelley, by Chris Sabin of the Motor City Machine Guns early on this matchup against Kofi Kingston. A man who's been a World Heavyweight Champion before, who has been champion before in the past, who's been the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history, alongside its tag team partner here tonight, Xavier Woods and Big E. but they've also been champions for the longest time. But they were being out by the New Day, by the Usos. By the Usos, who are a tag team here in WWE. Who are a tag team back to the tag team here in WWE again. But they are going their own ways tonight as well. You do know that Jey Uso will be in action later on tonight against LA Knight. Against the megastar LA Knight here in Toronto, Canada. On Monday Night Raw, where the winner of that match will go on to Friday night to face AJ Styles in the semifinals of round one. Of the round one of the tournament. Round one of the tournament. But ladies and gentlemen, we all know that Seth Rollins isn't here tonight, but he will be here live. I'm getting word he'll be here live. Will be on SmackDown this Friday night. The visionary Seth Rollins will be on SmackDown this Friday night with with some words, we're going to hear from Seth Rollins late this Friday night on SmackDown, live on Netflix. But ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles, we saw a big match with AJ Styles and Finn Balor to kick off Raw. AJ Styles is now the first man to advance in this tournament. But now here we go, tag team action here on Monday Night Raw. Here we go, the Monster Machine Guns and the New Day here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And here we go, Chris Sabin going to tag in Alex Shelley, and yes he does. Alex Shelley's in the ring, here we go, Alex Shelley out to the advantage of Kofi Kingston here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. As Kofi Kingston is down and out by Alex Shelley of the Motor City Machine Guns here on Netflix. And the Motor City Machine Guns, like they get what they want, but here we go. Kofi Kingston in the corner. Boy, tag him in his partner, as he does. Here comes, it's Xavier Woods. Here comes Woods. Oh, Xavier Woods, the big man Xavier Woods tonight action. Here on action tonight on Raw. Going tag team action here tonight. Tag team action. Here we go, the Motor City Machine Guns versus the New Day here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix here in Toronto. Here in Toronto, Canada. Live here, ladies and gentlemen. The New Day are former World Tag Team Champions. Former World Tag Team Champions. Former champions here in WWE, but... And oh, look at this, the double team move there. The New Day are in control right now. Who is going to be on Monday Night Raw on Netflix? Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here in Toronto. Tag team action on the way here. Still on the way here tonight in Toronto. Tag team action here. Live on Raw between the Motor Machine Guns and the New Day. And the New Day here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Motor Machine Guns and the New Day here on Monday Night Raw tonight. Big matchup here. First time these two teams are fighting and facing each other here in WWE. First team as well tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tag team action here. Look at this. They're on behind. But from behind, the attack from behind. Down goes Xavier Woods. Then here we go. Here we go. Alex Shelley. Down goes Kofi. Kofi's down out there. Kofi's down out outside the ring. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I see something sick here. We're about to see something sick here. Here we guess we are. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Skull and Bones. And Kofi Kingston laid out as Kofi. Kofi's down and out outside the ring. Now Kofi outside the ring. In the ring now, the pin on Xavier Woods. 1, 2, 3. The Motor Machine Guns beat the New Day here on Raw in Toronto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup we just saw here tonight in Toronto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a fight. What a match. And what an incredible battle for these two teams tonight. And what was an incredible tag team action here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. But the Motor Machine Guns proved they are the team to beat tonight with Skull and Bones. And then knocking out Kofi Kingston outside the rosters again. Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin goes after Kofi Kingston outside the ring. And then the Motor Machine Guns get the victory here in Toronto.
Here are your winners, Alex Shelley
Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of these machine guns have decided to beat the odds tonight. They're now here tonight action. They win. They beat the New Day here on Raw. What a tag team match we just saw here live on Monday Night Raw. And after the ladies and gentlemen, but coming up next, we're here for the man, for the World and Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch, live next on Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch, who has some words to say here on Raw. Well, Toronto, you loudmouth gobshites. Sound extra spicy tonight. I heard what old Triple Hunter had to say earlier. Now, new era. Brand split is dead, but big changes, big opportunities, cute, real cute. But let's get something straight. This right here, this championship, I am the constant. I am the reason this division even exists at the level it does. And whoever wins that little 8-woman battle royal on SmackDown, congratulations, ladies. Really, bravo, because you're all about to find out what it's like to run straight into a brick wall wearing a smile. You heard Triple H. New era, new energy, new faces. But here's the cold, hard truth. The man runs this damn women's division. Has, does, always will. So, to the woman fighting for the right to lose to me in Paris, good luck. Scratch that. No, seriously, you're going to need it. Because while you all scratch and claw and pray for that golden ticket, I'm standing here at the top of the mountain. Bored out of my mind, waiting for someone, anyone, who's got the guts to take a swing at me. And since this is the new Raw on Netflix, and since Toronto thinks it's so damn tough, I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm going to make this real simple. Main event tonight. I'll be right here in this ring, and I want to fight. No scratch, I want to fight. TV 14, no hand holding, no kid gloves. Anyone come step to the man and find out why I'm the last woman you want to piss off. Tonight we find out who exactly wants it. And who's just pretending. Come get your beating. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch. Well, Becky Lynch just had some words to say here, ladies and gentlemen. We will see Becky in action on main event tonight. We'll see Becky in action on main event later on tonight here in Toronto. Will it be made official? We'll find out live later on tonight. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw, live on Netflix. And here comes the Queen, Charlotte Flair, who is in it with a part of the 8-woman Battle Royal, which will take place this Friday live on SmackDown.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was with Charlotte earlier today. She told me that when she got announced as being one of the women to compete in the Battle Royal this Friday on SmackDown, she said it'll be an honor to slap the taste out of the man's mouth at Saturday night's main event, become the 18th time Women's World Champion. But tonight, she had the opportunity to go against one woman who she lost her SmackDown Women's Championship to, and that woman is the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley, who's also in that match this Friday on SmackDown. Will also be in that same woman Battle Royal this Friday on SmackDown, this Friday night on SmackDown. Well, ladies and gentlemen, who wants it more? Who will go? Who will be the one to make their step, make their mark tonight here on Raw? Charlotte Flair takes on Rhea Bloody Ripley live next on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Now here comes Rhea Ripley. The woman I think should win that Battle Royal this Friday night on SmackDown. It's my pick for the win on SmackDown this Friday.
And her opponent from Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Rhea Bloody Ripley here in action tonight on Monday Night Raw. Ripley looking to get what she wants. I also with Ripley early on tonight. She said she's excited for this for the Battle Royal this Friday on SmackDown, where she said she knows Charlotte's in the match. She knows she beat Charlotte tonight. She will get a little bit of momentum heading in to the Battle Royal this Friday on SmackDown, into the In-Woman Battle Royal this Friday on SmackDown. This Friday night on SmackDown in New York City. But ladies and gentlemen, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix is about to go down right here, right now in Toronto. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for more women's action. For women's action live here in Toronto. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. Here we go. The crowd are chanting Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair's name here tonight in Toronto. And here we go. Match is underway here on Netflix. Here we go. Charlotte Flair and the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Ripley with a slap already. Charlotte Flair and Charlotte with the kick to the corner. Charlotte, the Queen. Charlotte Flair with the knee to the back of the skull of Rhea Ripley is the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Well, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley have history here in WWE. Both women were the former Women's Champion, WWE Women's Champions in WWE. Were both the SmackDown Women's Champions here in WWE. Before the end of the brand split. For the end of the brand split. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte Flair and the Queen. The Queen Charlotte Flair and the Eradicated Rhea Bloody Ripley here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix here in Toronto, Canada. Here in Toronto, live on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Bloody Ripley here in Toronto, Canada. And a kick to the face. Charlotte Flair has Rhea down for the count, but not going for the pin here early on. Here is the woman here. Now, Becky, where we go? Rhea Bloody Ripley has her where she wants her. Ripley, down goes Charlotte Flair. And Rhea Ripley is now in control here on Raw. Now Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, both women want it more. Both women want to prove they have what it takes to be the best. You have to prove you are the best. And the Queen says, Charlotte says she is the best woman in the WWE. But tonight she's going to go one-on-one against the woman who will be in that Battle Royal. Will be in the Battle Royal this Friday on SmackDown. Rhea Bloody Ripley. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair both have history. Here in WWE. Both women want to be the best and prove they are the absolute best in WWE here tonight. But Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, Monday Night Raw on Netflix. The crowd now chanting the count of 2 for our official here on Monday Night Raw. Back in where we go now. Back in count of 3. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Bloody Ripley here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And here we go. Ripley and Rhea and Charlotte Flair. Who wants it more? Who wants to prove they have what it takes to be the best? Here tonight on Raw, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. Ripley again. Rhea Bloody Ripley. Has Charlotte where she wants her. Charlotte's in trouble here. Charlotte's in deep trouble. Charlotte's down by the Eradicator. Is that it? 1, 2. Kick out 2 by the Queen. Charlotte Flair. Well, Charlotte Flair. And showing the spear by Charlotte. A spear by the former women's champion, Charlotte Flair. Look for the figure 4-8 leg lock. The figure 8 locking in. Will Rhea tap to the figure 8 here in Toronto? Rhea could tap out any moment to tap out here tonight. But look at this. Rhea's in trouble. Rhea's in deep trouble here. But Ripley has escaped. Ripley's escaped it. Ripley escapes the figure 8 leg lock here in Toronto. And Rhea Ripley here tonight. Ripley again for the show Charlotte, who's in charge here tonight in Toronto. And the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ripley and Charlotte. Monday Night Raw action here in Toronto, Canada. Live here sold out here in Toronto. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Bloody Ripley. Here we go. Both women wants it more. Who wants it more here tonight? Ripley or Charlotte? Or Charlotte Flair here in Toronto, Canada, ladies and gentlemen. Ripley has Charlotte down. Down goes the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And the Queen, Charlotte Flair, giving a stomping in the ring. Giving a stomping in the ring to the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley, with Charlotte Flair again. And Charlotte again, going to put this away as Charlotte. The Eradicator and the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Monday Night Raw action right here in Toronto. Sold out here on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. Big matchup here, big fight field. Charlotte Flair, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Who wants it more? Charlotte does. Charlotte's got the advantage on Charlotte now. Here comes the Queen. And the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Let her put this away, Charlotte. The natural selection by the Queen. Is that it? 1, 2, no, rope break. Rhea hit the rope break. Got the rope break. Got the rope break is Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator. Rhea Bloody Ripley here, folks. Ripley again, the Eradicator. Rhea Ripley again. Rhea Bloody Ripley. The Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley, and Charlotte Flair. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. This could be it here. This could be all it takes. All it will take, ladies and gentlemen. Here on Raw, Ripley, Charlotte Flair. Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see something sick here. Ripley has her where she wants her. And the riptide by the Eradicator. And that's it. 1, 2, 3. Well, Ripley stands tall here in Toronto by defeating Charlotte Flair. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Don't go away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we start here in the final moments of the match. The Riptide from the top rope. And Charlotte Flair is out cold. And irreparably wins tonight in this incredible match here on Raw.
Here's your winner, Rhea Ripley.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ripley proves tonight she is one step closer to becoming, to winning to the Battle Royal this Friday. Will Rhea win? Will Rhea beat? Will Rhea eliminate 7 women? And could Pin be the new and be heading to then we go to Paris to face the man, Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for who will face AJ Styles this Friday on SmackDown. Will be the LA Knight. It will be the main event, Jey Uso. Here we go. LA Knight is here, live in Toronto.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California. Weighing in at 241 pounds. LA Knight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, LA Knight, the megastar who was in this tournament here tonight, going to the throne with a beat main event Jey Uso and go on to face AJ Styles this Friday night on SmackDown live in New York City. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we still don't know who will face the next competitor tonight. Ethan Page, who was in the match later on tonight here on Raw. Oh, Ethan Page will be here from NXT, will be in action. It's a mystery opponent. Well, here, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for main event Jey Uso. And here's the main event, Jey Uso.
Representing the Usos from San Francisco, California. Weighing in at 242 pounds. Main event, Jey Uso.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the crowd are here tonight, yeeting it along for main event Jey Uso here in Toronto, live on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. But what a match this is going to be. Who will go to face AJ Styles this Friday on SmackDown in New York City at Madison Square Garden? Who will be going there this Friday? Will be LA Knight. Will be main event Jey Uso here on Monday Night Raw here on Netflix. And the crowd get ready to yeet again with main event Jey Uso. Now, here, ladies and gentlemen, main event Jey Uso versus LA Knight, where this match will go on to face AJ Styles this Friday night on SmackDown live in New York City. Well, ladies and gentlemen, LA Knight versus the megastar versus main event Jey Uso here in Toronto, Canada. Jey Uso, LA Knight here tonight in Toronto, Canada. Main event Jey, LA Knight and main event Jey Uso here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here we go. The match is on the way. Here we go. Fist on fly. There early on. A super kick by Jey. The super kick by main event Jey Uso. And wait a minute. Jey calling up the crowd here. Calling up here tonight. Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso. The DDT by Jey. DDT by main event Jey Uso here in Toronto on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First match. Our next matchup here on Monday Night Raw between main event Jey Uso and LA Knight. Here in the Scotia Bank Arena, live in Toronto. Here we go. LA Knight takes advantage of main event Jey Uso early on. Down goes Jey. LA Knight going pin here. LA Knight early on is LA Knight. The mega score. 1, 2, 2.5. Almost a 3 count here in Toronto. And here comes Jey. Here comes main event Jey Uso. here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Well, Jey Uso almost lost this to LA Knight. Lost to LA Knight here early on with almost a 3 count there. Almost saw a 3 count there by LA Knight to main event Jey. But Jey Uso and LA Knight here on Monday Night Raw. Big matchup here. LA Knight and main event Jey Uso. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Well, the crowd are chanting along for main event Jey. Loving Jey Uso here in Toronto on Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know if it was announced. We don't know if Becky Lynch is going to be in action later on tonight, but I'm getting word. I'm getting word just now that it has been made official. The man, Becky Lynch, will go one-on-one, will be in the ring on Monday Night Raw in our main event, and will face a mystery opponent live tonight on Raw. Tonight on Raw, mystery opponent will be live on Raw tonight. Who will it be? We're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen, later on tonight. Here in Toronto, but here, ladies and gentlemen, main event Jey Uso for the night. Here in Toronto, Canada, and main event Jey Uso. Give the crowd what they want. Give the crowd what they want to know. Main event Jey with a spin by Jey. Is that it for night? 1, 2. Another kick out at 2. This time by the Megastar, LA Knight. LA Knight, the Megastar elbow by the LA Knight. And the Megastar, LA Knight, telling Jey what his name it is. Yeah! The BFT, Blood Force Trauma. 1, 2. Another kick out at 2. Jey Uso, LA Knight. What a match we're seeing here live on Monday Night Raw. Live on Netflix. Here in Toronto. Here we go on the night. And main event Jey Uso. Sold out here in Toronto. Canada on Monday Night Raw. Here we go. Matches underway here. Who's going to Friday night to face AJ Styles at this Friday on SmackDown? LA Knight. Here we go. Here we go. Main event Jey Uso. Here on Monday Night Raw. Changing the advantage. Here's Jey. And Jey Uso. Jey. Going up top is Jey. Jey's going up top. Jey Uso. Looking for the Uso. Splash. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Wait a minute. Roll up. 1. No. A roll up there would have got them the victory at Jey Uso. But they put him away at Jey. Main event Jey Uso. Here in Toronto. Here comes Jey. Main event Jey Uso. Well, Jey Uso all the night put on a match of the night here in Toronto. Jey Uso, LA Knight, Monday Night Raw action. Live on Netflix. Live on Netflix here in Toronto. LA Knight main event Jey Uso. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Jey's gonna fly. Jey's gonna fly. And Jey flies. Down goes LA Knight by Jey Uso. Oh, Jey Uso LA Knight here on Monday Night Raw. Live on Netflix here, folks. And a beat down again to Jey Uso by the Megastar LA Knight. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Count 2, our official count 2 here in Toronto. Well, count 2 here in Toronto. And another back breaker through the LED board there. We go back inside the ring now. Inside the ring count 4. Inside the ring count 4 here on Monday Night Raw. LA Knight versus main event Jey Uso. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And Jey can bust it open. Jey's bleeding now. Here we go. Jey Uso LA Knight. Here we go, folks. Knight and Jey Uso going to war. here on Monday nights. Here we go, folks. Fight here in Raw. LA Knight, Jey Uso here. Here's the BJ. Here's the main event Jey. LA Knight. And main event Jey Uso here. In Toronto, Canada. Jey again. Jey again. Jey Uso. Here comes Uso. Main event Jey. He's down. He's one with pin. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso advances to Friday Night SmackDown. We'll face LA AJ Styles on SmackDown. What a match. What a fight we saw here tonight on Raw between LA and main event Jey Uso. Here on Monday Night Raw, both of them were tired at the end of the match. And what a match is going to be this Friday on SmackDown. AJ Styles versus Jey Uso. Live on SmackDown this Friday. Live on Netflix. Well, baby, Jey Uso versus LA Knight. What a match we saw here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What a fight here. What a brutal battle we saw here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As main event Jey Uso stands tall tonight against LA Knight. And he's going to face AJ Styles this Friday night on SmackDown. In the semifinal of round one, semifinals of round one. Semifinals of round one. Here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But what a match is going to be, ladies and gentlemen. I've just been word that whoever wins this match later on tonight will face Gunther. Will face Gunther in the semifinal round of round one. This Friday on SmackDown. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jey Uso stands tall tonight. Jey Uso is now one step closer to becoming World Heavyweight Yeet Champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the best, the greatest of all time, John Cena. Toronto, damn, it feels good to be home. You hear that? You feel that? That's the energy. The only being back in WWE, being live on Raw, Netflix. Trust me, this is a new era. I want in. I'm here because I love this. I'm here because I am not done. I'm here because wait a minute! Logan Paul! What's he doing out here? John, relax, take a breath. You're out here talking like it's 2005. But newsflash, times have changed. This isn't your W anymore. You're old news, man. You're meme. I'm the one selling arenas. I'm the one everyone clicks on. I'm the new GOAT of WWE. And you're just here for nostalgia. Okay, big boy. Okay, big words from a guy whose biggest accomplishment is hitting upload, Logan. You said I'm old news? Well, guess what, kid? Old news still punches pretty damn hard. You want to fight, Grandpa? Let's fight. Right now in Toronto, Netflix. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you. You want a match? I want a match. You want a match? You want a match? I want a match? You're on. Let's do this right now. You're on. Well, Logan Paul and John Cena going at it. Refs in the ring. And we're going to get a fight. Cena and Logan Paul here on Netflix. Here we go. Match is underway here. Cena and Logan Paul. Logan Paul came out to interrupt John Cena, of the best in the world, the greatest of all time, John Cena. But Logan Paul didn't know Cena would come out here tonight. But Cena's finding his attire here. Cena's finding tonight with no sense of attack here. But Cena now, and Cena with his hat still on him. And everything else still on Cena tonight, but John Cena and Logan Paul are going out right now here on Monday Night Raw in a fight. In a fight on Netflix. In a fight right now on Netflix. Here, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Paul and AJ Styles and John Cena. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. The referee has now made this match official. This now match has been made official. Here on Monday Night Raw, here on Netflix. We heard that Logan Paul called him grandpa. And this grandpa is going to beat his ass tonight. Here on Monday Night Raw, Logan Paul. Paul's getting his ass beat now by the so-called grandpa he called John Cena. And Cena, this is going why he is the best, is the GOAT of WWE is John Cena. This is why he's the GOAT. John Cena, why he's the GOAT of WWE, John Cena. Well, Cena and Logan Paul now going at it here in Toronto. We're having a fight here in the ring, a match in the ring. Match is taking place here now in Raw. The Logan Paul and John Cena. Logan Paul and John Cena. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here we go, a beat down again to Cena by Logan Paul. And again, Logan Paul again beating the hell out of John Cena. Again, Logan Paul. The egregious Logan Paul. And, attack the official. Why did Logan attack the official here? Wait a minute, folks. Wait a minute. Holy shit! The sledgehammer was underneath the ring, and Logan Paul used it as a weapon against John Cena. Cena is not looking whether Cena can't do anything about this right now. The referee's down and out on the inside of the ring, and Cena's getting manhandled here by Logan Paul. Well, Logan Paul, John Cena here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix here, folks. And they're back in the ring we go. Inside the ring, we go back inside the ring now. Logan Paul and John Cena. Well, Logan Paul hates John Cena here. And John Cena's getting a lot beat down by Logan Paul here in Toronto. Cena getting beaten down by Logan Paul in the middle of the ring here in Toronto. And Logan Paul said he's the best. He's the greatest of all time. He's the greatest champion here at WWE. The greatest of all time is... He called him an old man. He called Cena an old man. An old man. Cena an old man here. And Cena not looking too good now. Cena against Logan Paul here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And what's Logan Paul doing outside the ring here? Oh, wait a minute. What's he taking part of our announce table for? There's no point of that, Logan, but... And Cena fight back. And here comes the greatest of all time, John Cena. The greatest of all time, John Cena. He's ready. He's got it. Cena's got it. You can't see me. See me. Well, John Cena, 5-knuckle shuffle. And Cena, let him put him away. John Cena, hey, attitude adjustment to Logan Paul. To bum-ass Logan Paul, who gets out. Logan Paul kicked out. But Paul kicked out there. And, well, they'll do the official again. The official on the ring again. The official's on the ring again by Logan Paul. And, oh no! Wait a minute! Brass knuckles! The brass knuckles to Cena's face. Cena's busted open. Cena's been busted open by Logan Paul. By Logan Paul, and Logan Paul, that piece of shit. Logan Paul, some crash Logan Paul. Putting Cena on top of our announce table now. Cena and Logan Paul. Holy shit! Oh my God! Cena's bad Cena's broken in half by Logan Paul. What the hell? Oh my God! Holy shit! Well, Logan Paul just beat the hell out of Cena. Cena's battered and bruised through our announce table. Logan Paul's in the ring again. Logan Paul in the ring. Telling Cena he is an old man. That the old man's not doing too well now as Logan Paul's just gloating in the ring about Cena. And here comes Cena. John Cena and Logan Paul. Here comes Cena. The best and greatest of all time. The GOAT. John Cena. Fight back to Logan Paul. And again. AA by Cena again. 1, 2, 3. Cena wins. While John Cena got brutalized, beaten, but Cena's still the GOAT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, John Cena is still the GOAT. He is still the greatest of all time. John Cena proved to Logan Paul he is not an old man. But what a match, ladies and gentlemen, coming up. But coming up next, we're going to find out. Either Page will be in action against a mystery opponent. Who will face? We'll find out live next on Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Monday Night Raw here on Netflix. And who's the opponent going to be tonight? And here we go. All Ego, Ethan Page is here on Monday Night Raw in Toronto.
The contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Weighing in at 214 pounds. All Ego, Ethan Page.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, All Ego, Ethan Page here in action tonight against a mystery opponent. We all know who's his opponent to be tonight. We all know Triple H announced Kenny Omega. That's right, Kenny Omega from AEW is now here at WWE, and he's the opponent tonight for Ethan Page. Both men were from AEW, but now they're here at WWE, where tonight they will go to war, and we will fight here on Monday Night Raw, live on Netflix. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Kenny Omega's here.
Canada, weighing in at 228 pounds. Kenny Omega.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Omega is here in Toronto and here at WWE. Well, Kenny Omega, we heard that Triple H said there will be new superstars. He even announced Kenny Omega will be here tonight, will be at WWE. And Kenny Omega is here, live in Toronto, on Raw Netflix. Kenny Omega is here at WWE. Well, Kenny Omega, we haven't seen Kenny Omega ever at WWE. He's been AEW for a long time. So has Ethan Page, but both men have now made their way to WWE here in Toronto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a real fight. This is going to be awesome. Kenny Omega's here in WWE. Here on Monday Night Raw, Omega's here. Well, Kenny Omega is here tonight to crown Kenny Omega's name tonight. Omega is here in WWE. We have never seen Kenny Omega here in WWE ever before, but tonight he's here. Omega's here. Kenny Omega is in WWE. Well, we haven't seen this man, Kenny Omega, here in WWE ever before, but tonight he's here. He's been the best around the world in different promotions, from New Japan to AEW, to All Elite Wrestling. But tonight, he's here in WWE, here in WWE, against All Ego, Ethan Page, in a tournament. To this tournament, will face Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event. Well, Kenny Omega here tonight with All Ego, Ethan Page on Monday Night Raw here, ladies and gentlemen. Kenny Omega and all ego Ethan Page. Here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here tonight, all Ethan Page and and Kenny Omega here tonight. Well, Kenny Omega, here comes Omega. Kenny Omega calling him up. It's Kenny Omega here. Kenny Omega showing him why he is the one to do here. Here comes Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega for the top. Here's Kenny Omega now. Goes right in the attached. Down goes Ethan Page by Kenny Omega on the outside of the ring. Only Ethan Page and Kenny Omega here. One for the head, the nose. For the nose here. Italy. Almost into the steel steps. Went Kenny Omega here, but here we go back to the side of the ring now. We're back to the ring soon enough here in Monday Night Raw. Back to Rudo now, back to the ring with Kenny Omega and all Ethan Page. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here we go. Here we go. Kenny Omega and all ego Ethan Page. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Kenny Omega and then all ego Ethan Page. Here on Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. All ego. Look at all ego Ethan Page. Down goes Kenny Omega. Down goes Kenny Omega by all ego Ethan Page here. All ego Ethan Page and Kenny Omega. We're on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here we go. Omega. Kenny Omega shows him who's in charge. Shows him who's better. And Omega, let it go to Saturday night's main event. They're going to go round 2. Kenny Omega. The Omega kick. 1, 2, 3. Kenny Omega advances to the round 2. Okay, Omega will face CM Punk this Friday on SmackDown. CM Punk will go on out. CM Punk has an opponent, and that opponent is... I'm not. Oh, shh. I don't care. I don't care.
Here is your winner.
I'm not door. Whatever. Hold my door. What? Whatever. Go fuck yourself. Whatever. I don't care. Okay, Omega wins tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Omega will be going to face CM Punk this Friday on SmackDown. In round 1 of the tournament will take place on SmackDown. Kenny Omega versus CM Punk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. For the main event of Raw. Well, here comes the Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch. And she's here live on Raw in action in our main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, the WWE Women's World Champion, the Becky Lynch.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch here in action, live on Raw. As she goes one-on-one with the mystery opponent. Who's her opponent to be? We'll find out live right now on Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just been word. Here we are. The opponent is Jade Cargill here tonight on Raw, here on Netflix. Well, what a match is going to be.
From Orlando, Florida, Jade Cargill.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jade Cargill ready for action here tonight. He's the opponent for Becky Lynch tonight. But it said she wants anyone to come out here tonight and face her. But she didn't think she'd face this woman, Jade Cargill. But tonight, she has an opportunity to go to beat Becky tonight. Make her claim. Because, ladies and gentlemen, she is also in the 8-woman Battle Royal that takes place this Friday on SmackDown. It's this Friday night on SmackDown. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jade Cargill versus Becky Lynch here on Monday Night Raw in our main event. Live in Toronto. Live on Netflix. Here's our main event. And it's live. And it's next. Well, Becky Lynch and Jade Cargill. Our main event of Monday Night Raw. The man Becky Lynch versus Jade Cargill. And here we go, Jade Cargill and the man Becky Lynch. Who wants it more? That's tonight. We know who will fight tonight will be the best. But here we go. The man Becky Lynch versus Jade Cargill. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. This is our main event here in Toronto. Main event here in Toronto tonight. The man Becky Lynch versus Jade Cargill. A woman who will be competing in that 8-woman Battle Royal that takes place this Friday on SmackDown. But this Friday night on SmackDown. This is Friday night on SmackDown. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've heard rumors that there's going to be new superstars making their debuts. When we saw Kenny Omega tonight, who showed up. Kenny Omega was signed to All Line to WWE, and he took on all of the Page, and he faces off against CM Punk this Friday on SmackDown. This Friday night in New York City on SmackDown. That's going to be a great matchup. It's going to be a good matchup to see. Be a good match to see on SmackDown this Friday. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Here we go, Becky Lynch versus Jade Cargill. Here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here we go. They got beat down again. Is Jade Cargill to the man Becky Lynch, who takes advantage of the man Becky Lynch and Jade Cargill. Down to Jade Cargill by the man Becky Lynch, by the man Becky Lynch. Well, Jade Cargill going to put the man down here. They'll put the man down here tonight on Raw. Man down here on Raw, ladies and gentlemen. The man Becky Lynch versus Jade Cargill here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here, ladies and gentlemen, and the man Becky Lynch and Jade Cargill. Well, Jade Cargill showing the man who's the woman to be here in WWE. And that woman is Jade Cargill. Woman is Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill has Becky where she wants her here. And here we go. It's time for a little Jaded. And that's it. The man is out cold. 1, 2, and 3. The man Becky Lynch loses tonight, but what a hard victory for Becky, though. She lost tonight, but she is still the champion. But Becky Lynch, wait a minute. That can't be who I think it is. That's AJ Lee. AJ Lee is back. She's going to face the man Becky Lynch. What does this mean? We'll see next week, ladies and gentlemen. What does it mean? We'll see next week, ladies and gentlemen. Good night from Toronto.